Hey guys, Pie Guy Rules here, and I want to talk a little bit about something that the 90s Are All That block is doing. They're doing something this week called the 90s Memorial Week, where basically what they did was they went online, they asked people to make memes out of episodes of certain shows like Keenan and Kel and all that, and, the little memes with the font at the top and the font at the bottom, and basically they aired them. What they did was they've been airing shows, and during the shows they've been putting the font at the top and bottom, like for Pierre Escargot in the All That sketch, like "We really France," like little catchy things. It's not particularly like really funny, but I think this concept is amazing because what they did was they involved the community, right? And also, something that the 90s Are All That has always been really good at. They've always done a really good job at keeping in touch with the fans through Twitter. I've gotten a few retweets and favorites and stuff from them because they're very active. I guess probably because they only run for like 2 or 4 hours, they can afford to have someone on that Twitter account at that time every night tweeting that stuff. And also in between the episodes, there's still frames of the memes, and it says who they're brought to you by, who made these memes, the fan that made these memes. And during the episode, they put the text, and very minimal thing to do, didn't require much work, but it still remixes, quote unquote, it still provides new-ish content or celebrates the old content in such a way that's great. So they've connected with the fans, they've remixed the content a little bit, and they're celebrating everything. They're celebrating everything about the internet and my age group, my college age group, that are the ones that are making these memes, that are the ones that are celebrating these shows. They've just done such a fantastic job. I mean, there's flaws with the block, sure. That I'd love for there to be more shows. I'd love for it to be earlier. I'd love for it to be for more hours. But the things that they have done, that and the April Fool's Day thing, where they just aired the jar of mustard, mayo, 90s mayo. And then they aired a bunch of April Fool's themed episodes, and they pretended that they had a new episode of Rocko's Modern Life, and just they've been doing some really cool things. It's By the time I upload this, there should be maybe 2 or 3 days left in the week, so go check it out if you haven't had a chance to. Again, it's nothing like that they've done. They didn't do much. It's not like it took them much work to do this. I would assume they just overlay text on an episode. And it's not too intrusive. They don't do it like the entire time, so you can still enjoy the episode. And when it pops on, it's like, oh, that's a little treat. And there were some pretty interesting ones on there. Another thing that the 90s Are All That has been doing is that they've been highlighting, shall we say, dirtier things about 90s cartoons and pointing out how dirty they are. There's one promo that does this to great effect. Half of them I didn't even realize. But yeah, so I would like them to do more things like this. I would like them to mix it up a little bit more. I would like them to make new bumpers, because there are some bumpers that just keep airing and airing and airing. Luckily, they have been mixing in some new ones, but still, I'd like to see a lot more variety. I'd like to see there be a solid host. I know Stick Stickley was doing some stuff. I know you had Keenan initially do a few bumpers, but it'd be really awesome to have some kind of icon. I don't know. Stick Stickley would work, I suppose, still. But someone, some character or some actor that was on a 90s Nick show or something to really kind of solidify the block. And I would like to see it go maybe from 8 o'clock at night to 6 in the morning or something like that. I think that would be a really awesome chunk of time, and you could do a lot with that chunk of time. However, this is not what I would improve about the 90s Are All That block. I just thought I'd share this little bit of news and talk just a little bit about how awesome this thing they are doing, and how they have been, as of late, doing some really interesting things. But I would love to see them continue doing these awesome events going forward, and I would love to see them do some special things for the summer, now that younger children will be able to experience these shows more, and it'll be more about everyone joining in, not just the college kids that can stay up. Because as much as it is a part of my culture, and as much as I'm glad to see it on, at ridiculous hours just for me, I would also like to have it a little bit earlier, or now that the kids are able to stay up a little bit later, I suppose, to share it with younger generations. So that's about all I have to say on this thing. Pie Guy Rules out.